We are talking to the students of the primary section of Gurukul School. Hello, all of you.
Hello.
What do you like the best about the school?
Miss, I like business Bazigar because in that we learn how to do business.
You know how to do business. What business you want to do when you grow up?
Mm,
Don't know. You still not decided what you want to do. You got long time to go. Don't worry. What do you like best about the school?
This I like best about the school is bowl lecture that we have first lecture in our school. In that we have three buckets. That first is dolphin, tiger, and eagle. In dolphin students they were don't know how to speak in English, so Miss focus on that how they will get know how to speak in English. In tiger students they can speak in English but not in fluence, and in eagle students they know how to speak in English in fluency, so I like about that.
And which group are you in?
Eagle.
Eagle. So you can speak English fluently.
Yes.
All the best to you.
Thank you, Miss. I like about this school is learning exhibition because in learning exhibition we make projects and Miss focus in all students. We present in front of all parents and I like learning exhibition so much.
You like the learning exhibition. You want to become a scientist when you grow up?
I like about the school sports because when we play the sports, we were healthy and we have energy.
And what sport do you play?
Carom.
Carom.
Yes.
You won any prizes or no in Carom?
No, I come this year only in
Okay,
Carom.
you come this year only.
Yes.
You want to win prizes in Carom going ahead?
Yes.
And how good are you in getting the queen?
Good.
Good? You're a good striker?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Namaskar, this is Tabassum Maranjo and welcome to the Samavesh podcast, a grassroots perspective of inclusive philanthropy in India. To know more about this podcast, please refer to the link in the description of the video. We feature on our podcast today the Gurukul English High School and Junior College, an unaided, affordable English medium private school recognized by the State Board of Maharashtra. Since 2004, over the last 20 years, this school has been providing quality academic education to the children of Asia's second largest slum, Malwani, located in a western suburb of Mumbai. Our guest on the podcast today is Mr. Farid Shaikh, founder and principal of Gurukul School. Welcome, Farid, to the Samavesh podcast, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor for me to be here.
Hailing from a humble family residing in the Chawl in the slums of Malwani, Farid completed his graduation in commerce from a college in Mumbai to secure a well-paid permanent corporate job. It was only his philanthropic inclination that led to his giving it all up in 2004. He gave up a comfortable life to follow his life's calling and to set up this English medium school for the children of Malwani. He holds 3 postgraduate degrees and 2 diplomas from Mumbai University. He is a avid biker, passionate and avid biker, and avid follower of workshops and trainings in the field of management and leadership in the education sector. He has also received the Corona Yodha Award from the Honorable MP of Mumbai and several other awards from other organizations for the exemplary work that he has done in the during the COVID-19 crisis. Let us hear in his own words the story of his life's journey and what has led to the foundation of Gurukul School in Malwani.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm born and brought up in the same community of Malvani, and my schooling was from the same area, like from a BMC school, and then I did my graduation from a suburb college. After that, I joined corporate. It was a 5 years journey with the corporate. That it was a well-paid job, and I was having a good future, a secured future. Okay, and by the time I was married and I had a daughter also. in my family, and we are a joint family. Uh, One day, so happened is like I was traveling back from my office to my home in Malwani. My vehicle broke down in between. So I took an auto to reach home. When I got into the auto, I realized that the driver is my classmate. And it was very shocking for me because, I could not imagine that, my batchmate, we have
Driving an
studied
auto.
together,
Yeah.
driving, because by that time I was having a good job, a secure job, permanent job with all facilities and perks and prerequisites, right? Whatever a corporate job would offer you. So it was a shocking thing for me. And I started comparing myself with him, that why this has happened, like why there's so much a big gap between his status and my status as such. And that led me to, follow the conversation with him. And when I inquired, he said it's because of the education that he could not complete and he had to drop out in between, and because of the family responsibilities now he need to drive the auto and the kind of life he's living, you know and so that was very alarming thing for me. And so I went back home. I sat with my parents. So I'm from a joint family. So I sat with my parents and I said, okay, see, this is what happened today with me. And I'm totally disturbed. And what can I do for my community, or for my people, so that the way I have grown up in my life and have secured something, some level of standard of living, as such we can call. Uh, it's because of education. So I want to do something for this, but I don't know what to do. So my family advised me that, okay, because I was a child who was academically a good child, scholar child we call it. So they said, okay, the only thing that you can do is education, and I mean there's nothing else that we can think of. So I said, okay, then we'll start something in education. But then uh, my family said, then we don't have anything as such, any land or any big premises as such to start with. So that time, the only thing what we had is uh, the room that we used to stay in. That's our residence of two tiny rooms. And they said, "See, this is what we have." You know. But when I checked with them deeply, "Okay, are you sure that should we go ahead with this?" Uh, my father was agreed to this. My elder brother, my sister, they said yes. But then my mother was
A
somewhere,
little upset about giving up her
uh,
own home for something like this. Okay.
yeah, she was reluctant, like, because that was the only thing that we had. That was the only asset that we had.
Exactly. For a middle class family, that's the only asset you have.
Yes. And that's a big thing for like us having one room of our own. And that too, my father and mother have, built that over years together.
Correct.
Right. So their entire life, what do you say, the
Savings have been
savings, you
put
can
into
say,
it. Yes.
just to give it away like that. And that too for a cause which is unsure, uncertain, right? uh, then I mean, any mother, any housewife would think about it
Correct.
for 100 times. But then somehow my father and my elder brother convince her, okay, let's take a try, let's see what happens. Because I also believe that, okay, by that time, whatever I had achieved as a son,
Mhm.
right, was something which helped me there to convince her, okay, we can give it a shot. Let's try it out. Okay. Because that was I would say, my inner calling. That because I had an experience of 5 years working with the corporate. Okay. I have seen the kind of culture they have, and
Yes.
even the growth and whatever we say. But always in my mind, somewhere it was there,
And
okay,
this is
yeah,
not
this is
this is
not
not what
my,
I want.
this is not what I want, and this is not what I had
Would
dreamt
want to
of,
do in the future.
right? And I don't want to to be like this throughout my life, you know. So and coincidentally, during that period only, I had heard of a dialogue from a film wherein the actor says के अपनी तकलीफ तो जानवर को भी समझ में आती है, असली इंसान वो है जिसको दूसरे का दर्द समझ में आए. So I mean that was very shock. Yeah, that was very like kind of a trigger
trigger
okay,
to get you thinking?
yeah. So can I do something which is different, which may not pay me well, which will not give me a very big lifestyle as such, but then it will give me satisfaction at the end of the day, right? And
And a lot
something,
of blessings
a
from
lot of blessings, yeah. So I mean, that's how the Gurukul came into picture, and Mumbai Education Association is a trust that we formed in, and then under that we started Gurukul School with 2 rooms.
Okay. So it would be interesting to know how these 2 rooms have developed into a full-fledged school having 14 classrooms from kindergarten to standard 12. So what has been Gurukul's journey like? What are the challenges that you face along the way and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, to start with, when we started the school, it was a pre-primary section, junior and senior KG, and we had around 30 plus admissions in the first year itself. So me, my wife, and there were 2 more teachers. Like,
Mhm.
so we had a team of 4 people. Started, this journey with 2 rooms of my residence. So when we went ahead, the initial challenge was of the limitation of the infrastructure that we had.
Mhm.
As slowly and gradually we started building it up, uh, we started getting admissions. We were, started becoming famous kind of in our locality and community. I think somewhere the parent had a trust ke, if I put my child in Gurukul, then my child will have a secured future because I am from the same locality.
Like Farid had a secure future, my child also will have a
Huh.
secure
So
future.
they have seen me as a like a
That
kind of
level of comfort was there.
yeah.
Yes.
So they have seen me growing from that area to a corporate, okay, through education, because of education, So they had that belief that if he is doing it, then definitely my child is in a secured hand, and that gave me a lot of publicity, in the community, and we started getting admissions. But then the infra was not supporting us, right? So what is to be done? So we started checking with people around us, okay, if they can help us out. And then slowly, gradually, people saw the results. They saw our commitment towards the education. And then we got 1 or 2 rooms, on a very nominal amount, we would say. It's like as good as a donation, we would say. We got that room, and that's how we started, building up one after the other. Uh, I
You bought
remember
these properties on a nominal cost, means you purchased, they are on ownership basis.
their ownership is in the name of the trustees and the
Okay, it
friends.
was it's basically a donation.
It's a basically a donation thing of, and I remember when we started. So there was no cleaning staff as such. There was no support staff in the school because we are not able to afford it, right? So I remember I used to come in the school at 5 o'clock in the morning along with one of our trustee, Mr. Vishal Satoskar. We both used to come in the school at 5 o'clock. We used to clean all the classrooms.
Oh my.
Okay. Then go back home, take bath, change, and come back as a principal at 7 o'clock. So that kind of life.
All rounder principle.
Yeah. So, change of role within 2 hours. So, so I mean, a lot of support from friends and family,
And
right?
the surrounding
In
communities
the
also.
surrounding community, right? That helped us a lot. That relationship, that bonding with the community and the people around, helped us in growing what the level what we are here today with 14 classrooms and a minimal infra which is needed, right, to run a school. We have it today.
So you have it all in one premises, or is it scattered? The classrooms are scattered.
No, as we grow organically, like as and when we had a need, we used to approach people, and then we used to get one room from the other. So right now, if you see the structure of ours, it's all scattered. It's all scattered. It's not in one place,
Yeah.
right? So we have different classrooms at different places. Like in between 2 classrooms of ours, there's a mosque. In
Okay.
between 2 classrooms of ours, there is a factory. In between 2 classrooms of ours, there's a residence. So it's like a everyday ka firefighting, I would say, or everyday ka it's a juggling.
Juggling more than juggling. Yes.
Yeah.
Then, if it is all scattered like this, Fareed, how do you monitor the school activities on a day-to-day basis? Whether all the children, what's happening in the classrooms, What is the attendance like? Whether the teachers are there, not there? So what do you do?
So there are 2, 3 factors to set off these issues. One is we have CCTV cameras in all the classrooms and also around the classroom,
Okay.
which I monitor from my cabin.
From your room. Okay.
So that is one of the way of doing it. The other factor is that there are SOPs in place. There are standard operating procedures in place wherein all my staff follows that. For example, one of the SOP says that there should be a switch between two classroom of teachers within 3 minutes. So a
Okay.
teacher should move after finishing her lecture to the other classroom within 3 minutes
3 minutes.
of time. Right. So that's a transition time that we have fixed.
Mhm.
And that's been communicated to everyone. Right. In case the teacher is not reaching within 3 minutes, the class monitors are supposed to, come back to the office and inform us. And then immediately we'll take action on that. It has never happened so far, but then this is what the setup is. Thirdly, as I said, because I am from the same locality, there is always a support from the neighbors, right?
Everyone keeps a watch out.
Yeah.
Generally.
So even I have incidents, cases wherein, in the evening, late in the evening, around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, after school is closed down, late evening, I get a call from the neighbors. Arey sir, आपका एक दरवाजा खुला रह गया.
Oh.
The mousey has not locked it up.
Okay.
Okay, she must have forgot. Oh, okay. Then I'll send someone. I'll lock
And
it up.
get it locked up. Yes.
In this last 20 years, I have never have any case of anything got misplaced or stolen away.
Stolen.
Never ever in this last 20 years. I do not have a watchman. There is no security guard out there, right? But never ever this has happened because the people around it, they take care of my
They
property.
take care of
They
the
take care of
property
the
like
school.
it's their own.
Yeah.
Because it's for their children and
It's for
for
their
their
children.
future generations.
Yeah.
That's very nice to hear. But considering that it is in the slum and it's all people who are needy and lower income group, what is the any eligibility criteria for admission into the school?
No, absolutely no. There is no eligibility criteria or admission criteria as such. Anyone who wants to get into Gurukul, they can,
Mhm.
provided we have the seats available for that particular grade. Okay. But then there is no criteria as such. So we have students from different backgrounds in our school. So not only from the families, those who are underprivileged or low income families, but also we have students those who are differently able or specially able children. Right? There is no criteria as such on any basis that we deny any admission. It's not the case. So we have inclusive classrooms, and that's how we work.
And what is the average community like in and around in the slum? What type of profession are people? They are daily wage workers or they are auto drivers? Or what type of community do you have?
So basically, if you see the location of our school, it is in the area called MHP Colony.
Okay.
Okay. Just little around 1.5 kilometer ahead of our school, there's a place called Ambujwadi. So Ambujwadi is a typical slum, I would say, right? Where there's no basic facilities available. Right. Even today, there is no proper road. There are no sanitation facilities
No
available.
drainage.
No drainage facility. Water problem is there. Electricity issues are there. So I get 90% of my kids from that particular
From
pocket.
Ambujwadi.
And this particular pocket is a habitat of migrants. Okay, so we have parents from UP, Bihar, West Bengal, and all. These people have migrated from their native places to Mumbai in
Looking
search of
for
job.
jobs.
In search of job, right? Then coming here, and they are all like majority of them are illiterate. So the kind of job what they do is construction workers or auto drivers or street vendors or housemates. This kind of odd job they do, which are like very hand to mouth ka situation they are into it. So like if they get a job today, work today somewhere, then only they'll be able to earn something. Otherwise not. So there's no assurance of income as such. There's no permanent job as such. So I would say around 80% of my parents falls under this category. Those who are having these challenges. But what I feel good is that they have very high expectation from the school. They have very high expectation from their child.
For their children from the school.
Yeah, from the school. So they have that belief that if my child get into Gurukul and if he completes his education there, he will be able to do something better than us, right? So my child's future will be secured.
My child will not be like me, and they'll have
Yes.
a better future than
Yes.
what we have.
So that dream is always there in their head, right? And even if it is like very challenging for them to pay the fees and all, but they never take out their child from the school because they want their child to learn. That's it.
आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम सैयद मोहम्मद शमीम।
आप क्या काम करते हैं?
मैं पहले रिक्शा चलाता था और अभी मैं स्टेट एजेंट का काम करता हूँ।
एस्टेट एजेंट का काम करते हैं।
जी।
यहीं पे रहते हैं नजदीक?
हाँ, मैं माड़ा में ही रहता हूँ।
महाड़ में रहते हैं। और आपका लड़का पढ़ रहा है या लड़की पढ़ रही है?
मेरा लड़का पढ़ रहा है।
एक लड़का पढ़ रहा
एक
है।
लड़का पढ़ रहा है 7th स्टैंडर्ड में है।
7th स्टैंडर्ड में।
जी।
और पहले से यहीं है या किसी और स्कूल से आए हैं?
नहीं, 1st स्टैंडर्ड से इधर ही है।
1st स्टैंडर्ड से यहीं पे हैं। और बच्चे की प्रोग्रेस आपको इन्फॉर्म की जाती है रेगुलर इंटरवल्स
हाँ।
पे बाय द स्कूल?
बच्चे की प्रोग्रेस जैसे भी बच्चा रहता है, ओपन हाउस वगैरह होता है, उसमें वो बराबर बताते हैं किसमें बच्चा कमज़ोर है, किसमें उसको इम्प्रूव करना है, किसमें अच्छा है, वो सारी चीज़ ये लोग बताते रहते हैं।
पेरेंट्स को इन्फॉर्म
इन्फॉर्म करते हैं और इनका
रेगुलर इंटरवल पे।
रेगुलर इंटरवल पे इन्फॉर्म करते हैं।
और अगर बच्चा कमजोर है तो कुछ किसी टाइप का सपोर्ट देते हैं?
हाँ, कमज़ोर बच्चा रहेगा तो ये लोग एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस वगैरह भी लेते हैं बच्चों को जो ज़्यादा कमज़ोर है, एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लेके कवर कराते हैं ये लोग।
कवर कराते हैं।
जी।
का नाम?
श्वेता मौर्य।
आपकी यहाँ बच्ची पढ़ती है, बच्चा पढ़ता है?
यस, लड़की पढ़ती है।
एक लड़की पढ़ती है आपकी?
2 लड़की।
2 लड़कियां पढ़ते हैं। कौन सी क्लास में?
7 में है, एक सेकंड में है।
7th में है और एक 2nd में है। पहले से यहाँ है या कोई और स्कूल से आए हैं यहाँ?
नहीं, शुरू से यहाँ से पढ़ते
शुरू से यहीं पढ़ते हैं। आप यहाँ नजदीक में रहते हैं?
थोड़ी दूर पे रहते हैं।
तो आपको ये स्कूल के बारे में किस तरह पता चला?
स्कूल के बारे में वहाँ से बहुत सारे बच्चे आते थे पढ़ने के लिए, तो यहाँ से नॉलेज वॉलेज थोड़ा अच्छा लगा, सब पता चला। स्पोर्ट वस्पोर्ट चालू था, स्कूल भी चालू था, या फिर इंग्लिश में बातचीत भी बच्चे करते हैं, तो इसके लिए मुझे अच्छा लगा, तो बचपन से ही इधर जूनियर केजी से ही इधर ही डाल दिया।
इधर ही डाल दिया। आपका नाम?
जी, मेरा नाम सलमा बानो है।
और आप यहीं रहते हैं?
जी हाँ, मैं अमूजवाड़ी में रहती हूँ।
आमुजबाड़ी में रहते हैं। और आपकी यहाँ बच्ची है, बच्चा है?
मेरे 2 लड़के हैं,
2 लड़के हैं।
हुँ।
यहाँ कौन से स्टैंडर्ड में?
एक 8वीं में, एक 6ठी में।
अच्छा, और पहले से यहीं पे हैं या किसी
दस-
और स्कूल से है?
नहीं, डायरेक्ट सीनियर जूनियर से आए हैं।
यहीं पे आए हैं। और कैसे परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं? कैसे उनकी रिपोर्ट कैसी आती है?
माशाल्लाह पहले से बहुत बेहतर है। जब से बच्चे स्पोर्ट में आए हैं, जैसे लैब एडिशन होता है, बिज़नेसबाज़ी होता है, उससे बच्चों को एक नॉलेज मिलता है। उससे बच्चे एक्टिव होते हैं, पढ़ाई में भी, खेल-कूद में, हर चीज़ में उनको अच्छे से प्रोसेस मिलता है, गुरुकुल स्कूल की तरफ से।
तो हर तरफ से उनकी ग्रोथ
हाँ,
होती है मतलब?
बहुत होती है।
अच्छा, और आप क्या काम करते हैं?
मैं हाउस वाइफ हूँ, घर में थोड़ा बहुत काम कर लेती हूँ।
क्या काम करते हैं आप?
मैं इलेक्ट्रीशियन के जो कान के इयरिंग रहते हैं, वो सब बनाती हूँ।
इमिटेशन इयरिंग्स वगैरह
जी,
वैसा
जी।
वैसा काम करते हैं?
जी,
और आपके हस्बैंड क्या करते हैं?
मेरे हस्बैंड सऊदी में हैं,
हाँ,
उन पॉलिश का काम करते हैं वहाँ पे।
पॉलिश का काम करते हैं।
जी,
और आप यहाँ घर में इमिटेशन ज्वेलरी का
जी,
काम
जी।
करते हैं।
मगर किसी वजह से उनका काम-धंधा नहीं चल रहा है, तो वो 2-4 महीने में रिटर्न आने वाले हैं।
रिटर्न आने वाले हैं।
हाँ,
आपका नाम?
नूर हसन सिद्दीकी।
आपकी ये बच्चा है या बच्ची पढ़ती है यहाँ?
बच्चा है।
एक बच्चा पढ़ता है। कौन से स्टैंडर्ड में?
5th।
5th में। पहले से यहीं है या कोई और स्कूल से आए?
शुरुआत से मैंने सर की क्लास में स्कूल में छोड़ा है।
सर की क्लास में पढ़ते हैं। और आप क्या काम करते हैं?
सिलाई का।
सिलाई का काम करते हैं।
जी।
की दुकान है?
पहले दुकान थी मगर ये लॉकडाउन के बाद से कोरोना वायरस जब से आया था उसके बाद से जो है दुकान बंद करके घर पे ही लाके बनाते
घर पे काम करते
जी।
हैं। और बच्चा इंग्लिश बोल लेता है, आपको बहुत अच्छा लगता है?
हैं। ये समझ लीजिए कि मेरे लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है ये। सर से
और
मैंने जो उम्मीद रखी थी उससे बेहतर है।
उससे बेहतर है।
जी हाँ।
और स्पोर्ट्स में कौन से स्पोर्ट्स में पार्ट लेते हैं?
स्पोर्ट्स में वो चेस में भी बेहतर है और इस वक़्त वो स्केटिंग में खेल रहा है।
स्केटिंग
जी
करता
हाँ।
है? अच्छा। और बड़ा होके क्या बनना चाहता है, कुछ बताया आपको?
बड़ा होकर के बस यही चाहता है कि जैसे सर अपना लीडरशिप करते हैं और सर की तरह लीडर बनना
अच्छा,
चाहता है।
सर उनके रोल मॉडल है।
जी हाँ।
अच्छा। और आप बच्चे की प्रोग्रेस से खुश हैं?
बस मतलब अपनी सोच से बेहतर मतलब सोच से बेहतर है वो, बहुत खुश हूँ मैं।
और स्पोर्ट्स के अलावा भी कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ में भाग लेता है आपका बच्चा?
जी हाँ, सारे कुछ भी स्कूल के कुछ भी एक्टिविटीज़ वो छोड़ता नहीं है। चाहे स्कूल एग्ज़ीबिशन होता है, साइंस एग्ज़ीबिशन और बिज़नेस बाजीगर और
जितने भी इवेंट यहाँ पे होते हैं, वो कोई भी छोड़ता
सब
नहीं है।
इवेंट में भाग
सारे
लेते
के
हैं
सारे इवेंट जो है
और स्कूल में खुश है।
बहुत खुश है।
Okay, and what happens if in a situation where a family is not able to pay the fees? What is your fee structure, and what happens if a family is not able to pay the fees of a child, or they default in the payment of fees? The fees does not come on time. There may be instances like that. So what happens in that case?
I mean, that's a pain point, I would say, to run a school in a slum area. So that's a big problem for us. That's a big challenge for us. As I said, 80% of parents are financially challenged, or they are from low income communities. To give you a number, for example, out of 555 kids that we are serving today, around 123 kids are under scholarship.
Okay.
Right. So we approach different NGOs and different high income people, so that they can adopt our kids for education, and they will support financially to these kids. So there are around 67 kids, I would say, those who have been supported by different NGOs and individuals, but remaining for whom I am unable to get
Find a sponsor.
So these kids are actually the school is taking care of, like
School.
the trust, our trust is taking care of. So it's basically what happens, because whatever income you are able to generate, that is able to somehow survive, right? But then not, it won't help you to grow as such,
Okay.
right? So that's a, like a every year ka firefighting that we have, right? And that's how actually we are trying to manage it. The other way around, the other factor which helps in this is there are some NGOs, those who help us in kind. For example, there are NGOs who helps us in terms of computers, in terms of benches, in terms of fans and tube lights, in terms of supporting our teachers with training, right? In terms of setting up a science lab. So in kind, we get support, right? So we save some money from that. Like otherwise, the school have to pay for it, but then since it is coming from an NGO, we save that money. So this is how we balance. The other way, the other factor into this case, every year we do crowdfunding, okay, with the help of Give India in the month of October, which is a give
Week of giving,
week,
joy of giving
joy
week.
of giving week, that we always try to participate in that. Some fund we try to collect from that platform as well, because they also had some bonus and things like that. But then over a period of time, what happens? Even that falls short. So then I go back to my wife and my mother, and I take their jewelries, and
Oh my.
I get a gold loan for that.
So
And
it's
then
forever asking them to give up something for charity.
yeah,
Okay. But you ensure that no child drops out and is removed from school because they are not able to pay the
yeah,
fees.
never ever this has happened.
It has never
Never
happened in the
ever
last
this has
20
happened
years.
in the last 20 years that any child has been out of school just because of fund.
आप क्या काम करते हैं?
मेरा काम तो इमिटेशन लाइन का काम था, लेकिन जो मेरे हस्बैंड थे वो मेट्रो में काम करते थे, तो उनका एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो ऑफ हो गए। इसके बाद में मेरे बच्चे जूनियर में पढ़ते थे, उसके बाद जब ये आए यहाँ तो स्कूल की तरफ से पता चला, मतलब मिस को बताया, तो उन्होंने मेरा फीस 4 साल तक करीब माफ कर दिए थे।
4 साल तक फीस माफ कर दी थी।
या फिर उसके बाद में बच्चे पढ़ रहे थे, जो दूसरी वाली थी उसको भी इधर ही डाल दिए।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे
तो
डाल
फिर
दिए।
जब ये फिर दूसरा मेरा शादी हुआ, तो उसके बाद में ये मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मतलब हाँ, कमा के भी बच्चों को पढ़ाई-लिखाई कर सकते हैं।
अभी आप फीस वापस देना शुरू किया?
हाँ, मैं फीस चालू कर दी, अभी दे रही हूँ।
फीस दे पाते हो आप?
हाँ।
मतलब एक भी बच्चे को मैंने ये नहीं देखा कि फीस की वजह से कोई बच्चा एग्जाम में ना बैठा हो।
फीस नहीं होती तो फीस माफ कर देते हैं, पर
सर जो है
पढ़ाई चालू रख
हाँ, सर बच्चों के साथ-साथ पेरेंट्स को भी बराबर कोऑपरेट करते हैं।
पूरा सपोर्ट करते हैं।
हाँ, ये चीज़ उनके अंदर खूबी बहुत अच्छी है। जितना उनसे होता है, पूरी कोशिश करते हैं।
पूरी कोशिश
और
करते हैं
कभी
और
मैंने 7 साल से देख रहा हूँ, किसी बच्चे को मैंने ये नहीं देखा कि शायद फीस की वजह से बैठा हो घर पे जाके।
घर में बैठ गए हो।
बिल्कुल,
पढ़ाई चालू रहती है।
पढ़ाई चालू रहती है और उसी तरह से पढ़ाते हैं।
उसी तरह से फीस मिले या ना मिले,
हाँ,
बच्चे को
बच्चों
उतना
में जो
ही
है
सपोर्ट मिलता है।
बिल्कुल भी कमी-बेशी नहीं करते हैं, पूरी कोशिश करते हैं।
बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए। बच्चों की पढ़ाई उनकी फीस भर पाते हैं आप?
जी हाँ,
तो उसमें
क्योंकि
दिक्कत
सारी स्कूलों से इसमें हर चीज़ की फैसिलिटी है और फीस भी एक्चुअली कम है और हमको कुछ तकलीफ होती है, तो ये गुरुकुल ऐसी स्कूल है जो हमको कैच करती है, हमारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करती है।
प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करती है। ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं कि बच्चों की पढ़ाई रुकी
नहीं,
हो?
नहीं, नहीं, अगर हमने फीस भी नहीं टाइम पे भरा, तो बच्चों का एग्ज़ाम हर चीज़ बराबर से होने लगता है।
होती है।
हमारे बच्चों के ऊपर फोकस नहीं आता है। पेरेंट्स से या टीचर्स से डिक्टेशन होती है मगर बच्चों तक नहीं जाता है।
Okay,
We had taken care of.
what is the ratio of girls to boys in the school?
So we have around 45 percent girls and 55% boys.
Okay. Do you face any challenges in getting the girls to come to school, depending on the communities that are around you? Are they reluctant to send their daughters to school, or are they okay with their daughters coming to school and educating them?
Over a period of time, what I have realized that there is a change or there's a shift in the mindset which is happening, but it's very gradual. Like
Yes.
it's very gradual. It will take more time, I would say. But yeah, as compared to 20 years, if I look back and see, then there is an improvement
It
which
is
has
much
happened.
better now.
Much better than now. At least I would say up to 10 stand, majority of the girls in my school, I would say, have reached to 10 standard.
10 standard.
Majority of the girls. In terms of percentage, if you ask me, so I would say around 92 to 93% girls.
Girls.
Those who had enrolled in junior KG with us have reached up to 10 standard. So which is, I mean, as compared to our country's average dropout
Yes.
ratio, it is much, much better, I
Much
would say.
better.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any counseling for the parents of daughters who don't want to educate their daughters, or parents of girls who don't want to educate their daughters? You have any counseling for them? Do you reach out to them in their homes or something like that?
So I think here this entire credit goes to my team, uh, which is headed by my wife Shaheen. She is also like a teacher in college section, and also she takes care of this admin part. And because she's taking care of the admin part, she understands the attendance of the student. She also interact with the parents very frequently, right? So she is the one who drives all this, right? Whenever she finds that there is something wrong in the family because of which a girl child might get dropped off,
Drop out
so
or
she
not coming to
not
school?
coming to school. So from the attendance you get to know, right? So that's a red flag you
Hmm.
see. Okay, you know what is happening, and she's very very conscious on these things, right? And then she will always drop into their house and talk to them and convince them. Majority time it is because of the financial thing, right? That they don't want to send a child continue the education of their girl child.
Girl child.
Then there again comes into picture ke, theek hai, the object of Gurukul is not to earn money but to support the child. So we try to give discount or waive their fees or give them time to pay, and whatever is
Mhm.
suitable as per the background of the family or status of the family, we do it. So, and even all my teachers, for that reason, it is compulsory for our teachers to visit at least twice every child in a year.
They're
Right?
in their home.
At their home. So home visits are very very compulsory thing for our teachers, right? So twice in a year they have to visit.
This is to understand the background and
Yes.
what goes on in the family
Yes.
behind the school hours.
Yeah. So what happens, what I've seen is that because of that bonding and because of that home visit, it has also helped us as a teacher in the classroom or as a management of the school. Once we understand the background of the child, we understand why he's behaving in a certain way in the classroom, right? So
Yeah, behavior.
there's some story behind it, right? There's some issues behind it. So we are able to relate that, right? When we understand the context of the child, his family background,
You're able to help him or her
yes,
better.
yes. Because there are cases where the child is like a single parent. The father is expired, or the father is a bedridden patient, or is a drunkard, or or is addicted to drugs, right?
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence and things like that, or he lost his job all of a sudden. So there are so many issues happening at home which we are not aware of.
Yes.
What we see is the child, okay, he has not done the homework. What we see the child, okay, he's misbehaving. What we see in the class, okay, the child is not listening. We only see this. Now that's a symptom, right? But then what is the
It's
cause for
important
it?
to know why it is happening.
Yes. So I think we are trying to ensure that also through our teachers headed by Shine, that we take care of that. And what I have seen is that the teacher's perspective changes altogether.
Mhm.
after
Once they know
visiting it.
what's going on, yes.
Yes. Then that anger becomes sympathy. When they see at such a young age, the child is suffering so much at home, right? And we have like stepfather, we have stepmothers
Correct.
at home, and we have cases like this.
It influences the child's behavior.
It
Yes.
influences drastically. Drastically.
There are lots of private schools in Mumbai, Farid. What sets Gurukul apart from these schools?
Yeah. So to give you the context first, so we have some commitments which is given by the school to the parents when the child takes admission in junior KG. We call it basic commitments. And we make sure that okay, when the child graduates from Gurukul after 10th standard, he will be having these skills, set of skills in him. Now, these skills are, for example, literacy and numeracy. So, in literacy, we make sure that okay, each and every child of ours is able to speak, read, comprehend, and write the three languages, which are Hindi, Marathi, and English. We make sure that okay, that is there in each and every child. Other thing, for example, numeracy. So each and every child should be able to do the basic arithmetical processes. For example, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Apart from that, he must buy the tables up to 100, right? We also have something called every child must participate at least in one sports on a regular basis, right? And he must also participate in tournaments, right? Apart from that, we also have something called as presentation skill. Each and every child should be able to present himself or any other thing in front of others, right? So the presentation skills should be there. Then he must be able to work within a team. So team building activities and things like that. So all these are the commitments that we have, right? And what we have done is that okay, we have made a sticker of all these basic commitments, and you will find these kind of stickers in each and every class of ours, computer room, okay, science lab, staff room, even in my cabin. It's there. Because what I believe is that okay, something which is out of sight is out of mind.
Out of mind.
So it should not happen, right? So it has to be there in front of you always. So that is there. And now how to achieve that? When I say every child should be able to speak fluent English, okay, but then how to achieve that? So there is something called as BOL project, okay, or BOL lecture, BOL. BOL stand for Building Oral Literacy.
Okay.
Now, in this, what happens? Ke every day, for each and every class, we keep half an hour separately only for BOL lecture.
Okay.
And during the BOL lecture, the teachers are trained to make sure that ke students are able to speak in English. Okay. There are no textbook which we use. These are all activities that we have designed by our own teachers to make sure that ke the child is able to speak in English. And just to give more perspective on this, so what we have done is we every year at the beginning of the year we divide all the students into 3 buckets.
Okay.
We call them tiger, eagle, and dolphin.
Mhm.
Okay, dolphin being the lowest one, the lower bucket. Okay, tiger being the in between wala crowd, and eagle being the one who are able to speak in English or Marathi. So we make 3 buckets. And then for each bucket, there are different activities which are happening during the board lecture, right? And over a period of time, let's say a week or a fortnight, then we conduct a test of these dolphin students, and whoever is able to,
Move to the next.
go to the next level, he's been promoted. And that too with a very like a drama we do in front of the assembly. We call him out, we take his name, we give him chocolate. Now you have been promoted to tiger. So we create that drama. So
that is a sort of incentive for
the child, for the other dolphins career. Even I should do
I
this.
should learn. Yes.
So this is intentionally happening to improve their language skill. Okay, and that is happening every day for half an hour within the school hours, and it is happening for all the kids from junior KG to 12th standard. So that is one thing I mentioned as to achieve the basic commitment.
और आप बच्चे की पढ़ाई के प्रोग्रेस आपको इन्फॉर्म करते हैं स्कूल?
सर जो है बराबर मतलब बच्चों के ऊपर बराबर नज़र रखते हैं और बच्चे को किस हिसाब से पढ़ाना है वो भी उन पर ध्यान देते हैं और बराबर मतलब विजिट भी करते हैं घर पे।
घर पे विजिट करते हैं?
हाँ, यानी बच्चों को जो है ना एकदम सही तरीके से पढ़ा रहे हैं।
अच्छा। और आपके बच्चे का क्या परसेंटेज आता है? आपको रिपोर्ट के बारे में इन्फॉर्म करती है स्कूल?
जी हाँ, फर्स्ट रैंक कभी सेकंड रैंक।
अच्छा।
मगर मुझे वो मायने नहीं रखता है। मुझे ये मायने रखता है कि सर उसे जो है ना स्पोर्ट्स में भी आगे रखते हैं और प्लस बच्चे को जो है इंग्लिश इंग्लिश जो बातचीत करता है मुझे वो सबसे बेहतर लगता है।
बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
जी हाँ जी।
स्कूल है ना बहुत सारे अच्छे काम कर रही है जिसमें पढ़ाई में तो है ही, फिर इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग पे भी बहुत ध्यान दिया जाता है। प्लस अभी ये लोग ने मराठी स्पीकिंग का भी चालू किया है कि मराठी वो बोर्ड लेक्चर होता है इसमें
लोकल
मराठी
लैंग्वेज है
लैंग्वेज के लिए, ताकि क्योंकि बहुत ज़रूरी है इंग्लिश और मराठी मुंबई के लिए।
मुंबई के लिए।
महाराष्ट्र में रहते तो
आगे
इंग्लिश
चलकर जॉब के
आगे
लिए भी।
हाँ, जॉब के लिए भी अच्छा रहेगा। कहीं गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस जाना है, कहीं जाना है तो मराठी बहुत ज़रूरी है और इंग्लिश भी आना चाहिए। इसलिए और दूसरी चीज़ है कि यहाँ पे लाइब्रेरी है और साइंस लैब है, कंप्यूटर लैब है। फिर ये लोग एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए बाहर भी लेके जाते हैं। जैसे अभी मेरा बच्चा थोड़े दिन पहले ये लोग लेके गए थे तो नेहरू प्लेनेटेरियम में गए थे और वहाँ पे भी साइंस एग्जीबिशन में भी गए थे। 2 जगह लेके गए थे ये लोग। तो बच्चे को उससे काफ़ी नॉलेज भी होती है।
नॉलेज आती
The other thing, for example, we have something called as learning exhibition. Now, what is learning exhibition? In this, we divide the students into different subjects. So let's say one group will represent Hindi subject, one will represent English, one will represent maths, one will represent science, like that. Entire school is divided like this, okay? And then we give them subjects. What they're supposed to do is, let's say, for example, a group for Marathi subject. So in Marathi, whatever they have learned so far in the year, they will make a project out of it. Okay?
Mhm.
And that a kind of model or a chart or something like that. And that will be placed on a counter. Okay. And likewise, all the classrooms are divided subject wise.
Mhm.
And we call all the parents of these students, as well as principals of other schools, as well as the NGOs, those who are associated with
yes,
Gurukul,
associated and supporting you.
supporting me. We call all of them as a visitor. And these kids are supposed to present their
Make a presentation to
in
them.
front of them.
Yeah.
Right. Now that's an opportunity for them to stand in front of an adult, maybe a stranger, and present things. That slowly build their confidence,
Confidence.
their communication skill, their presentation skill. And because it's a teamwork, it also helps you to build a
Work with the others. It's
work with others. Because these things are important. Like you all are from corporate, and I'm from corporate. I know working with a team is a
very important.
very important thing, right? So these are the opportunities that has been created by Gurukul intentionally so that we can achieve that basic commitment what we have. The another example I would say about is something called business bazigar. Notice business bazigar is, it is again we divide the student into different groups, let's say 6 to 8 ka group, and then we make them choose one product that they will make and sell.
Okay.
Okay. It can be a food item, it can be a game, whatever. Right? They decides. And then we give them counters. Okay. And these counters are not given free to them. We also charge for it.
Counters are given where?
On the ground. So we take a ground.
Okay.
On the ground, we put counters. Okay. These counters are provided by school, but it is not free.
It's paid.
It's paid. The child has to pay for it. Okay. And then whatever product they are making, they have to make a cost sheet first.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever ingredient and whatever it takes.
What
right?
is the cost for doing that activity?
Yeah. Which also includes the rental value of that table. Right. So they understand how the cost calculation happens for a product.
Yeah, nothing is
Right.
free. Everything comes with
So
a
you
cost.
have to pay for it, right? And then they have to market it. They have to sell it. Now, who is the customer? Again, all the parents, okay, and also the people from the community. We invite them. They come as a customer. So it's kind of like a fun and fair wala thing. The parent will come in, okay, and they will go to different counters and they will buy some stuff. Now it is depend on the presentation skill of the child. How
How
they are
well they are able
presenting.
to convince.
Convince the customer first to bring them to your counter. Bring them. So there's actually you must see them like they make jingles and all. Okay. And we keep the one mic ready for them. So they come on the mic, they
Okay.
say something about their product, some funny thing they say, so that people get attracted towards the
Attracted to come
counter,
to the counter.
to the
Yes.
counter, and that's how they do. So what happens is that once these things are done, then at the end of the day, then we calculate what is the collection they have, which is the income wala part, minus the cost.
Cost.
You get the profit, right? Now, the main part comes here. Whatever profit they have generated, they donate that money to school
Okay.
to buy something for the school.
Oh, that's nice.
Like this year, for example, they are donating the money to buy amplifier for the school, because the PA system what we have in the school, the amplifier is damaged. Okay,
Not
so
working,
it's
not
not
functional.
working, not functioning. So now these kids are giving their profit money to school as a donation,
To buy
so that
then
to buy amplifier for the school. So that is again an opportunity for them to learn that it's not only about earning profit, it's also to give donation to your alma mater, or maybe to the community, right?
I mean,
So that feeling of giving should come right from now.
now in the school days.
Yeah. So again, let's say Business Bazigar will help you to understand financial activities. It help you to help how to work with a team within the team. It gives you presentation skill. It gives you communication skill, right? It gives you using different tricks of marketing, how to bring the customer to your counter and all. So in one activity, there are a lot of aspects which gets touched upon, right? And these aspects are nothing but the basic commitment that we have, right?
That's true.
यहाँ पे भी बिजनेस बाजीगर वो भी होता है, जिससे बच्चों को थोड़ा बिजनेस के बारे में भी नॉलेज हो जाता है,
फाइनेंसेस के बारे
फाइनेंसेस
में,
के
हाँ,
बारे में
पैसे के
नॉलेज
बारे में जानकारी
जानकारी मिलती है, कैसा छोटा-मोटा बिज़नेस होता है, कैसा पैसा होता है, वो भी लोग करते हैं एक्सप्लोर। तो मतलब काफ़ी अच्छा ये लोग हर चीज़ में इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं।
ऑल राउंड डेवलपमेंट होता है
ऑल
बच्चे का।
ओवरऑल इनका डेवलपमेंट अच्छी तरीके से हो रहा है। स्कूल अच्छा काम, बड़ी छोटी स्कूल है, लेकिन काम बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं। सर भी अच्छे फुल एजुकेटेड है, अच्छा काम करते हैं, मैडम भी एजुकेटेड है और यहाँ के टीचर्स भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, जो भर-भर बच्चों पे ध्यान देते हैं। और हमारा जैसे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भी हमको मैसेज मिलता रहता है, सब चीज़ के बारे में। बच्चा एब्सेंट होता है तो फट से पता चल जाता है।
स्कूल में नहीं आया
स्कूल
है।
में नहीं आया, कभी हो सकता है कि हमारा बच्चा निकला और पहुँचा ही नहीं स्कूल में, तो यहाँ पे अटेंडेंस हम लोग चेक कर लेते हैं। तो हमको भी कॉन्फिडेंस
हाँ,
रहता है,
थोड़ा
तसल्ली
आपको
हो
भी
जाती है
सुकून
कि
रहता है कि
सुकून रहता है
बच्चे
कि बच्चा पहुँच गया।
बच्चे
अगर जिसका नहीं पहुँचा होगा तो कम से कम वो भाग के मेहनत करेगा, ढूँढेगा बच्चे को। तो ये भी एक अच्छी चीज़ इन्होंने किया हुआ है। तो ओवरऑल इन्होंने बहुत एक तो अभी इन्होंने टीवी भी बड़ा लगाया है। टच स्क्रीन टीवी है, जिससे बच्चों को अच्छा बड़ा भी दिखता है और पढ़ने में भी आसानी हो जाती
आसानी
है।
होती है।
हाँ।
डिजिटल क्लासरूम जो
डिजिटल
बोलते हैं।
क्लासरूम बोलते हैं, वो भी अच्छा किया है। कंप्यूटर में भी बच्चे अच्छा कर रहे हैं, साइंस लैब में बच्चे अच्छा कर रहे हैं। तो और प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह में भी ये लोग बहुत ध्यान देते हैं, तो प्रोजेक्ट भी बच्चे करते हैं, तो उनको उससे भी बहुत कुछ सीखने मिलता है।
We are talking to the students of the secondary section of Gurukul School. Hello, all of you, and thank you for talking to us today. So, what would you like to say about your school? What is so special about the school?
The most I found special thing about my school is bold lecture. The full form of bold is like building oral literacy. In this lecture, we have like Marathi subject and English subject, and in that, it helps us to increase our fluency in that language. So I love it a lot.
Okay. What do you like about the
And
school?
for me, I love the activity of learning exhibition. In this, we have different subjects like English, science, and maths, Hindi, Marathi. And we make projects for the parents, and they come visit us and we explain it to them. So, yeah, I love that.
Okay.
I like the sports. We are having 8 types of sports: carom, chess, martial art, cricket, football, skating, and badminton. And my favorite is carom, and like it's so much fun.
You have earned any awards or prizes in chess? In carom? Okay. In carom? Not. You have participated in any competitions?
Yeah.
You have. And I will look forward to your earning some awards and come.
So I like the tournaments happening at our school. For example, Josh series. In this, we have 8 types of sports. We play sports in 8 types, and we won trophies. For this time, we won the trophy in cricket and as well as in football. And so it is conducted, and 35 plus schools participate in this competition. So I love it very much, and I participated in football.
You participated in
Yes.
football and you like football.
Yes.
What do you want to become? A footballer when you grow up?
No, it's my hobby, and when I will grow up, I will choose any career.
Choose a
in
career.
a field.
Okay.
So first of all, myself Khan Rehan, and I think that I like in this school is Business Bazigar, which will going to held in 28th December. So in Business Bazigar, the students makes different varieties of foods, and they show to the parents, the visitors, and a group who sell most product his product, so he will won that game. Like it is type of game.
So you like
Mm,
cooking?
Yeah, I
You
like
do.
cooking. In previous year, I made French fries. So
Oh. You want to become a chef when you grow up?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Okay. I wish you all the best, and thank you for talking
Thank
to
you.
us today.
Another example could be for like this sports, for example. So in sports, so there are two reasons why we support more to sports. One, if I look back my own journey during my school days, as I said, I was academically very sharp, a good child, but then I had no friends, nothing, because textbook and myself, that was my world when I was in the school. Right? I have never had a chance even to speak to someone, and never I did that. When it's only when I joined the college, I got a chance to get into NCC. Okay. And in that also, I got a chance to, I was selected for a particular camp, which was directly under the Indian Army. And I had a chance to, train under them for 1 year. All right. So that gave me a lot of exposure. Okay. That gave me discipline, that gave me punctuality, that gave me team handling and all. All this leadership skill I learned only because of sports. And then I became national champion in rifle shooting and all. So that gave me a lot of appreciation from the family, from the college, from, my photo came in the newspaper. A lot of appreciation happened. So I said, yeah, this is what is something which built my personality, right?
Yes.
So when I said, okay, if that is important, then why not give it to the students during the school age itself,
Younger age.
younger
yes.
age itself. So with that thought, okay, today in Gurukul, we have sports for each and every child, right from first standard till 12th standard. Each and every child in Gurukul is participating at least in one sport.
But which are the sports that
So,
Gurukul has?
yeah, so to give a choice, okay, we have 8 different sports
Okay.
in our school,
Mhm.
which includes indoor as well as outdoor games. For example, we have martial art, we have chess, we have carom, we have skating, we have badminton, we have kabaddi, we have cricket, and we have football.
Oh, okay.
8. And for each and every child, matlab boys as well as girls, number 1. Number 2, for each and every sports, there is a separate coach who's coming in. And these coaches are well trained and well experienced people. Okay. They come to our school to coach our kids. And third, sports practice is included in the curriculum of the school. For us, sports is not an extracurricular activity. It's a curricular activity.
Curriculum of the school.
It's a
Okay.
curriculum of the school, and it is included during the school hours. So every Thursday, 2 hours, and every Saturday, 2 hours. It is fixed for us to participate. Among these 8, you pick up any one, but you have to practice that.
You have to practice.
Okay.
Your name?
My name is Clifford Machado.
And
And,
you are associated with Gurukul School since when?
Since 2012.
Okay, as a sports instructor.
No, actually, before I had joined for junior college. So, as I told ki, I used to teach in junior college. Now also I am continuing with it. So, I teach commerce student, secretarial practice subject. And with that, for the entire school and college, I take this sports also. So, as a sports coordinator, I take care of these sports.
Okay, you have some training in sports?
Yeah, a bit in cricket.
Okay.
Cricket. So, I used to play cricket for academy, like sports academy and everywhere. So, I have played many of the matches where,
Of the match.
yeah, in Shivaji Park, in Churchgate,
Okay.
Azad Maidan, like that.
And what are the sports that the school promotes over here?
The school promotes like cricket, football, kabaddi, and badminton, which we have on the ground as a outdoor sports. And in school, we have carom, chess, and martial art over here.
Martial art.
Yeah, so martial art. In martial art, various sports are there, like kickboxing is there, wushu is there. So variety, and boxing is also there.
Okay.
So the variety of sports. So we have different coaches for different sports like that. Yeah.
And you oversee the entire sport activity.
Yes. I oversee the entire sports activity, like making the schedule, timetable, and everything, coordinating with the coaches of various sport, like that. So, yeah.
And I've spoken to some of the parents of the children, and they say that
Okay.
the children are more keen to come to the school because of the sports activities
Okay.
than for studies. So the
Yeah.
credit goes to you for that.
Fourth, suppose for example, you are participating in chess. Okay. So the coach is coming every week, twice in a week, and coaching you, okay, for the entire year. And then at the end of the year, you have to participate in tournament.
This is what
So-
inter-school tournaments.
Inter-school tournaments. So there are tournaments which are organized by the government called DSO. Okay, so we participate in that. Also, there are tournaments which are organized by Gurukul himself. okay, to encourage sports among the other schools in the community. We call it Joe series. Okay. So that also we do. So these are the ways where we try to give platform to our kids to showcase their sports skills. Okay. And I'm very happy to share with you that we do not have our own sports ground. Okay. We use public ground, which is outside. In our school, the classrooms are tiny and scattered, as I told you earlier, right? But in spite of all these restrictions and issues and obstacles, we are able to achieve more than 362 medals in the government tournaments. Okay, which include 4 state medals, also include 3 national gold medals. Okay, and recently one of our child has made a world record of excellence in mixed martial art. Uh, so I
Girl
mean,
or boy?
boys and girls both. Yeah. So like
Nee,
for
world
example,
record is by a boy or girl?
by a boy
By a
in
boy.
push-ups.
Okay.
Okay. So I think nobody will believe that a student from Malwani can make national records, okay, or even national gold medal. We have proven that it is not the resources which are important. Of course, they are important, but they are not the only factor. It is your intention,
Commitment
your
and
commitment.
When we start with the sports every year, so we take them for the DSO tournaments also, which is organized by the government. Like it is for the school section,
okay.
and that also we participate. We participate in football, carom, and chess, and martial art also we participate.
Okay.
So these are the sports where they go and compete in the DSO level also.
Okay.
So this time I think so in carom we qualified for the district level as well.
Oh,
We played the district level and we qualified for the division level. So one of the boy from junior college, he played division level in carom, and he lost unfortunately in the semi-finals, but he was playing really nice.
he
So
came
next,
up to the semi-final.
yeah, up to the semi-finals, and that also qualifying from the district level. So district level he won, and on the division level he won, and district level he came. He just
Runner up.
runner up, yeah,
Yes,
like
he's
that.
a runner up.
So like that.
And how is the girls' participation in sports?
Girls participation, actually we promote more of the girls participation only. So we have cricket ka team also now in girls.
Oh, you have a girls'
Yes,
team
yes,
also.
girls ka cricket team also is there, and for football also junior girls ka team is there.
Okay.
And we give equal opportunity. Like if boys are participating, so we see girls also participate in all these sports. So they also go for DOSO level sports activities.
And the parents are okay with
Yeah,
that?
parents are okay with it. Yeah,
They have no objection.
no objection.
No, my
at all.
girl will not play football and my girl will not play
Sometimes,
cricket.
yeah, sometimes we face that, but then it's my job. I call them and I talk to them.
Okay.
So they feel a bit little comfortable and they send them.
And they
So
send the
yeah,
girls.
they send the girls.
So you have a
Yeah,
cricket team, and there are some girls in boxing also.
yeah, there are girls in boxing
Martial
and
arts.
martial arts. Yeah, they are there in. So now only 2 of the girls won the division level and qualified for the district. 2 of the girls. So in martial art, actually, there's a woman power over here. So most of the time, girls promote themselves at the higher level. Yeah,
They needed more.
yeah, they needed more, so they are
Protect themselves.
yeah, so they are protecting themselves. They are showing it when it comes in the competitions.
Okay. Thank you so much, Clifford, for talking to us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you. You're
Thank
doing
you.
a great job. We wish you all success.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Right. And the other reason why we are so keen about sports is because slum area like Malwani are very vulnerable to for drug and all, right? We are infamous for that. Any slum pocket for that reason. These things are very easily available, right? So it's for the younger kids, it's very lucrative, they get attracted towards it because they see people doing it. And it's like a normal thing, right? What is special in that? I cannot stop those things. That is not my cup of tea, right? Law and order is not my cup of tea. What is in my hand is to take care of my kids, those who are under Gurukul's umbrella. So if I give them sports and if I make sure that they are practicing on a regular basis, they realize the importance of their health by themselves.
Physical health is important.
Yes.
Physical fitness is important.
Fitness, that they realize by themselves. I do not have to tell them. They realize by themselves.
So they
For example,
don't get into drugs and that sort of
yeah, automatically. Because for example, football. In football, for 90 minutes, you have to just run from one space to the other space. It's a continuous thing, right?
Need that type of stamina.
Unless you have that stamina, how can you survive in that football? You can't,
You
right?
can't.
So to have that, so don't take drugs is one way of doing it. the other way of doing it, play sports.
Yes.
We have chosen the second one.
That's a very good option, I must say.
So, and I'm very happy to share with you that okay, when we do all these things and when our kids are getting gold medals at national level and all, and they're getting scholarship from government and all those stuff, the other school also gets inspired. Okay, we also do something. So
You
I've
become a
seen
role model for them.
that Gurukul becomes a role model for other schools in the community, right? And also we are very open for that. Okay, I appeal to all my principal friends. Okay, and if you want to set up a model like Gurukul for sports, I am there to help you. So I go to them, I explain them how we are doing it, and then I try to support them. So I'm very happy to share with you, okay, there are schools, those who have slowly started doing, somebody is doing chess, somebody is doing carom, somebody is doing martial art, something or the other things
Yeah.
started happening.
Keep the children involved.
Yeah.
और ये अपना आपके बच्चे कोई स्पोर्ट्स में पार्ट लेते हैं?
जी हाँ, मेरा दोनों बच्चे क्रिकेट में।
क्रिकेट में काम है।
हाँ, अभी पिछले ही महीने उन लोग ने क्रिकेट के अवार्ड जीत के आए हैं।
अवार्ड जीत कर आए हैं?
जी हाँ।
दोनों?
दोनों।
अरे वाह! और बड़े होके क्या बनना चाहते हैं, मुझे बताया आपको?
वो बोलते हैं हम लोग क्रिकेट बनेंगे।
क्रिकेटर बनेंगे? ओहो! सचिन तेंदुलकर।
या
ओके। बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू। आपका बच्चा खुश है यहाँ पे?
यहाँ बच्चा बहुत खुश है क्योंकि पढ़ाई भी अच्छे से होती है। उसके पढ़ाई के अलावा यहाँ पे जो स्पोर्ट्स होता है, वो स्पोर्ट्स में बच्चे लोग खेलते हैं, उनको बहुत खुशी होती है और वो स्पोर्ट्स खेलने की वजह से बच्चा बहुत एक्टिव भी हो गया है।
हाँ, तंदुरुस्त
उसके
रह
अंदर तंदुरुस्ती भी आई है, उसके अंदर एक कॉन्फिडेंस आया है
चुस्ती, तंदुरुस्ती
एंड कॉन्फिडेंस
कॉन्फिडेंस आल्सो।
हाँ, कॉन्फिडेंस आया है, कॉन्फिडेंस से बात करता है, कॉन्फिडेंस से जाता है, मिलता है सबसे, टीचर लोग से बात कर लेता है। नहीं तो पहले उतना कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं था। स्पोर्ट्स के साथ में होने से बहुत उसको कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया है
बहुत
बात
कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया है। और कौन-सा स्पोर्ट्स में भाग लेता है?
वो फुटबॉल में भी लिया है और कैरम में भी है वो।
कैरम में भी है।
हाँ, दोनों करता है।
और आप बच्चे की प्रोग्रेस से खुश हैं?
हाँ, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ प्रोग्रेस से क्योंकि बच्चा जो है यहाँ से बराबर प्रोग्रेस ही करते जा रहा है। जी, शुरू से लेके वो उसने
तो
प्रोग्रेस ही किया है।
स्कूल के अच्छा काम कर रही हैं आपके बच्चे।
Yeah.
So, Farid, tell me, you received any corporate funding in the last 20 years?
No, there is no corporate funding as such because the CSR certificate from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, we got it, recently.
Yeah, but that was required. The requirement also came up recently only that
Yeah.
it is a must to get a MCA registration.
Right.
But if you are looking for corporate funding, what are your future plans and what would you intend to do if you got corporate funding?
The first challenge, as I have mentioned earlier, that the running cost, to get a running cost is a challenge for us, right? So that is one of the major gap we have. Secondly, we are also looking for a school van, for example, for our kids to travel.
School bus.
School bus, right? The other thing is like TV panels and all, which are very important nowadays. Though we have 2 TV panels in our school donated by some NGOs, but there are 10 classrooms, right? So we need it for all. Apart from that, my big dream, if I say the big dream for Gurukul is that we should have our own compound, right? Our
The
own
entire
campus.
school in one premises.
Yes.
Where everybody is together.
Yeah, because nobody even can imagine a school having classroom which are scattered, right?
That's true.
Even in slum, like for example, you will have at least connected classroom. Gurukul is exceptional, right? it's exceptional. So the point here is, my dream is that Gurukul should have its own campus, okay, wherein we have our own compound, wherein we have our own playground,
Playground.
okay, so that when my child want to play on the ground, he will just go on the ground and play. Okay. Right now, the issue, like as I said, when we are going on the public ground, for the first half an hour, we have to first clean the ground. Because in the night, that place is used by people to drink.
Drink
And
and,
they-
generally sit around and
And they throw the bottles there only. And the glass and everything. So morning, we have to go and first pick up
rappers
and all.
everything is
And then start playing. So
and it's not exclusively for the school children. Other
it's a
people also are
public
there.
ground.
Yes,
It's a public ground, right? It's not secure. There are no walls. There's no gate. There's no watchman. Nothing like that. It's just a plain ground. So I have a dream wherein Gurukul will have its own compound, its own building. Okay, classrooms are together. Okay, and then we have our own playground where the kids can play easily, right? and it also ensures safety of the child,
Of
right?
the child, yes,
the
because
child. So
he's
it's
in the
very
school
important.
premises, yes.
In the school premises, it's very, very important. And more than this child safety, I would say my own mental satisfaction, my mental stability. Okay, my school is secured. When the child is in the compound, he is secured.
Mm.
I can do a lot of activities. I can do more than what I'm doing right now.
Yes,
Much more than that what I can do right now.
that is true.
Okay, so I mean,
And if there's a corporate funder, these days there are a lot of compliances which a corporate has to maintain for a CSR funding, in the sense that they would need complete accountability for the amount that they donate. So, would your accounts are independently audited, Farid?
yes. So we have our CA, Mr. Vikram Singh.
Mhm.
Okay, for the last 20 years, he is auditing our account, checking our accounts. Okay, so it's an independent auditing which is happening. Okay, so all our accounts are very absolutely clear and transparent. Okay, we are also ATG certified and 12AA certified institute. So even all those parameters we have already achieved.
Achieved, yes.
Okay, and then what I would like to assure you here is that I hold myself accountable for each and every rupee that comes to Gurukul, for the benefit of my child. Okay, I am accountable for that, right? I give complete transparency in a sense. For example, for the corporate donation, one is the fund utilization certificate, which is a mandatory thing for them, right?
Yes.
I assure you that the fund utilization certificate will be
Will be
prepared
provided to the
to the donors,
certified by your chartered accountant.
certified by a chartered accountant, will be given to the donors. Apart from that, whatever donation comes to us for whatever purpose, right? So the donation versus the purpose, right? And how it has been utilized. That certification also we can give to the donors. Okay. Thirdly, we will also mention all this donation in our annual report,
Mhm.
so that there's a complete transparency. The donor would know, okay, I have given X amount for XYZ purpose, whether it's been achieved or not. Okay. Also, apart from that, I'll go one step ahead and I will say that we will also create impact report.
Mhm.
Okay, which will be shared with all the stakeholders,
That
all the
will
donors.
basically be the progress report of the child.
Progress report of the child, or
General, if it's for infrastructure, then the general progress report of the school, how many students have cleared the board exam,
right,
what percentage they've got, how many are toppers, the sort
right,
of thing. That would be a general impact report. And if
Mm.
a child is sponsored for a scholarship, then basically that child's complete progress report to the person who has sponsored the child, or to
Right.
the corporate who has sponsored n number of children in the school.
right,
That is basically all these requirements you would be able to meet if there is a corporate donation.
absolutely, absolutely. So what I can assure is that even for a rupee that you donate, okay, you can always come down to Gurukul without informing me. Okay, and you can have a look. It's as transparent and as simple as that. Okay, because my intention was not to earn money anytime. Otherwise, I was happy with my corporate job.
Yeah, that's true.
There is no point of living that and coming here. There's no intention. Even today, I'm staying in a chawl.
Yes.
I'm not staying in a building. I'm staying in a chawl. I'm staying in a joint family of 11 people. Okay. So I don't have my separate home or house as such, because that is not my need. I do not have a car. I ride bike. Okay. Because that saves a lot of petrol. Okay.
And you, anyway, it's your passion.
And anyway, that's my passion, right? So, and also I take salary from Gurukul, right? I take salary from Gurukul. So I treat myself as a employee of Gurukul, right?
Yes.
And like any other staff member, I take salary. My wife takes salary, and that's how we run the show.
And how many trustees are there on your in your trust?
There are all in all 7 trustees. It's a public trust. So that includes friends and family members and known people from different backgrounds. So we have trustees, those who are graduates, postgraduates, somebody from science, somebody from arts, somebody a technician, right? Somebody a businessman kind of thing. So different backgrounds
So
they're coming
expertise,
from.
expertise from various areas of the
Yes.
school.
And also of different religion also. All right. All these trustees are from different religion. So we have made it sure that we work as a neutral
Neutral,
institute.
yeah, not for any particular community, as a neutral school for all.
For all. I mean, and that's how the name is also suggests
Gurukul.
Gurukul, right? Because that's how the ancient Indian culture
Yeah,
says.
Indian culture. That was what under
Yeah.
trees they have to have gurukuls with
Yeah.
gurus who are teaching the children.
Yeah. I mean, with that intentionally, we have started Gurukul, right? And over the period of last 20 years, hundreds of students have passed out from Gurukul, and today they are in a good
Good
place,
position.
better place, I would say, as compared to the beginning from where they have come from. Like, so I think we are able to achieve that, and we want to grow further. So we need help from corporate to, to achieve that dream and to build a Gurukul which should look like a Gurukul
It
of
should be a true
ancient time,
gurukul.
a true Gurukul where all the required skills are imparted to the child. But for that, the infrastructure should support it, right? So we have the intention, we just need support, and we'll fly.
Thank you, Farid, for being with us today. You're doing a commendable job, and we congratulate you on educating the underprivileged children of the slums of Malwani. And we wish you all the best. You and your team are doing a great job, and we wish you all the best in all your endeavors. For people who are still with us, for our audience who are still with us, a big thank you for supporting us. And those who wish to support Gurukul School may please refer to the description of the video. Those NGOs who wish us to feature them on our podcast, please do refer to the description of the video and do contact us on the details provided there. And see you again soon next time. Thank you and God bless all.